We spent an awful lot of time as kids with our grandparents, really. Our mum's parents lived only 4 miles down the road, and then our other grandparents, we used to go and stay there a lot, like for a week maybe or something, or like at the summer holidays and kind of Halloween and all that. Yeah, all that crack. And then our other cousins used to come and stay as well, and every night we used to put on a concert for them, but we used to take it very seriously all together. Like,
I'd say encouraged by them to get rid of us for a few hours.
Yeah, we're like practicing, and we used to be like, for example, singing this song called Seek Ye First and fighting over who'd do the harmonies. Then we used to come down and we used to be in the sitting room, and we used to be like putting on the show and coming out from behind curtains and all crack.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And anyway, and we took it so seriously, but they were probably breaking their arses laughing at us, like.
Definitely.
And then we used to play cards then for the rest of the night with them for 2p a game, like.
Yeah, and then we'd have to say the rosary.
And then we'd have to say the rosary.
I first met this treasure out walking at leisure, alone on a fine summer's day, without any warning. The top of the morning, I just said to her right away, "Come, come, beautiful Eileen, come for a drive with me." Have we any keen knitters in the parlour tonight? Now, would my knitter like a little glass of sherry? Oh, would you like a glass of sherry? See if you'd offered to do the knitting earlier. The whole idea of the parlour came one day. I was back home. I'm from County Cork, East Cork. Laura had just recently moved into my granny and granddad Griffin's house, and we were brought up 4 miles away from our granny and granddad Griffin, and we were fierce fond of all our grandparents when we grew up. She found this big massive scrapbook in my granddad's workhouse. My granddad was a cobbler, and he came from a long line of cobblers, so there was always this old workhouse out the back where we used to be always hanging out when we were small. We were never really allowed up in the loft because it was a bit of a dodgy ladder. But anyway, so she found this big scrapbook of loads of old newspaper clippings that dated back to 1919 and 1920. And anyway, they were obviously collected by my great-great-grandmother, and we had great crack going through the scrapbook. I mean, it's massive, like, and she obviously had a fierce good sense of humour. You know, a lot of the stuff she collected is hilarious.
And Pearl again.
Oh, Pearl.
If you are a good dancer, you should have enjoyable times at dances. Nowadays, it is not surprising that some girls get very few partners at dances, as I think that more girls than men are fond of dancing. It is seldom that we find an equal number of men and girls. I think actual beauty has very little to do with attracting men in a ballroom. First, they watch a girl's feet, they do, and therefore it is essential that a girl shall dance well. I think brightness and a happy disposition have an enormous appeal for men. Notice the girls who do seem to get all the partners, and you will agree with me. And good advice, and I have added it here to this tablecloth, Exhibit A. Oranges are splendid for the complexion. Some famous beauties have been known to eat a dozen every morning of their lives. Oh, yeah.
So all these little bits and pieces around my parlour, my sister Laura did, but I just call them bits and pieces. What does she call them again, James?
Installations.
Installations. Don't mind.
What do you mean?
And now here we've a gorgeous picture of a frock. Does anyone here have a ringworm? No? Fair enough. Just in case though, here's a little tip. For ringworm, dissolve a big lump of soda in paraffin and rub on the affected parts. Persist for several days and the ringworm will vanish. No, it's good, isn't it? So the next song I'm going to sing kind of reminds me of my granddad Griffin, and he met my granny one day. She was cycling past his house and she got a puncture in her bicycle with a tyre. Yeah. And he fixed her tubes and the rest is history. There you go. So here we go. This song reminds me of them. It was early one morning, a fair maid arose, dressed herself up in the finest of clothes, and off to the shoemaker's shop, and then she goes for a kiss in the morning early.
But you started to talk about the songs, like the Auntie Peggy song, and there was another song, the Three Lovely Lassies.
Oh yeah, because so it all kind of, yeah, it's funny because
from that.
Cathal, because Cathal Mcconnell, mighty Irish singer, and he just lives down the road from me here in Edinburgh, and he calls up to the house a lot, and as he says himself, we have a drop of something harmful, and we sing a few songs which could go on for about 3 or 4 hours. There were 3 lovely lassies in Banyan, 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 Banyan.
There are 3 lovely lassies in Banyan, and I am the best of them all. I am the best of them all.
Woo.
Well done.
Good man.
Well, I'm going to sing one more song before I get my mentor to come up and give me a hand. Yeah. He asked me, did he need to get dressed up? but any other night that he comes in the door, you weren't dressed up last night.
No, I wasn't. No.
No, you certainly were not. When first we met, complete awkward strangers, I did not know if we could be friends, and how soon we came for to know each other. And now I know that we will meet again. So here's to you and our time together. I will share with you a parting glass, and I'll bid adieu with some smiles and laughter. Our time apart will be short.